Greetings and salutations, my little whippersnappers. It's day number 4. And here we go. I got a special guest with me today. You might be able to see him in the background there. I'll tell you guys more about that guy in a little bit. You guys already know who that is. That's my pops. Got him a new little scooter thingy, so he wanted to come and try it out. We got it yesterday, and he wanted to go out driving around yesterday at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, you guys who live around here, this area, know that it's over 100 degrees at that time. So I told him he was crazy. So told him he had to wait till this morning. Told him he could come with me on my walk. So there he is. Oh man, but tell you what, it's as frustrating as it can be sometimes to take care of your older folk. I think we owe it to them because they did it for us for who knows how many years of our lives, right? So it's only right for us to take care of him or take care of them when they get to this point in their life. And like I said in one of my earlier vlogs, every day is a gift. So the more time you can spend with him, the better. Although it does get difficult at sometimes. Buenos días. But here we are.
Morning. Are you filming our park?
I do a vlog.
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing a little weight loss journey.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day. Oh, it's so cool to even have the support of people you don't know. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this either with or without y'all. I'm gonna switch the camera over and see what we got going on over here. And there he goes. He just wants to get out of the house. Poor dude's locked up in there all day long. He's 82 years old. 82. He and my mother were married for over 60 years. Yeah, could you imagine that? Way more than half of their lives they were together. I would mess around with my mom and I would always tell her, it's like, Mom, how did you do it? Stand by. I don't know if you want to go through that. Do you want to try to go through that?
I can go through, but
That's up to you. If you get stuck, I'm going to leave you there.
oh yeah, I know.
Well, come on, let's try it. Huh? Well, let's go. Stay in the middle though, because in the middle it doesn't look as deep. Let's see if he makes it. I'm gonna send this to America's Funniest Videos. Wow. He made it. Oy, oy. I think I'm gonna fall. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, over 60 years of their life they were together. So you just imagine how devastated he was when my mother passed away. We'll talk more about that later. We're gonna take a seat. But yeah, that's my pops right there. Like I said, it drives me crazy, but he's the only one I've had. So I got to try to take care of him as best I can. I did forget to mention that today is Friday, August 7th, 2026. And I'm trying out a different phone. Normally I use the phone that I always use. The one that everybody has. Well, everybody who has it has it. Which is a Galaxy S24 Ultra. And this morning decided to go with my OnePlus 15. I personally think the OnePlus has a better camera, but we'll see. I don't know, you guys tell me if you've watched my other vlogs. Take a look at one of those and then watch this one and tell me which one you think looks better. I'm gonna do my own comparisons. I also am using a new wireless microphone. So hopefully the audio will get better. All right, back at my little seat. There's only, I think, one park bench here. One bench, one barbecue grill over here. You can see it. I tried looking for another one, but there aren't any. It's kind of strange, but it's perfect for me because it blocks the sun. I've got a nice looking view. And if you see me looking away, it's because I'm still making sure my dad's okay. Because he's still driving around. Like I said, he doesn't hardly ever get out. So when he can, he takes advantage. But yeah, lost my mom. It's gonna be a year next month. Yeah, it's gonna be a year next month. On the 19th of September was when we lost her. I recall like it was yesterday. It's obviously something that's never going to leave you. Something that stays with you forever. But she was suffering from diabetes. She also had congestive heart failure. Her kidneys were already failing, so she was on dialysis. She had just started dialysis. They had done a surgery on her arm to put in what's called a fistula, where they hook up the dialysis machines, the needles, and that didn't go very well. My mom was a chunky lady, heavy lady, and her arms were very big and had lots of folds, and where they did the surgery was about right here, and unfortunately it never really healed. So it just kept getting worse. It kept getting infected. It would bleed, it would ooze, and I apologize if I'm grossing you guys out, but I'm just telling you like it is. So we kept taking her back, or I kept taking her back and forth to the doctors, back and forth, and the best thing they could do was just keep cleaning it, unfortunately. And she was in a facility, in a skilled nursing facility. They had taken her there so that she could try to get her strength back, because when she was in the hospital, she lost the ability to walk because she never walked anymore. So her muscles began to atrophy, and she just couldn't get up out of the bed by herself anymore. Even at home, when she was at home, my sister Rachel had to help her do almost everything. You know, thank God for her, Rachel. Thank you. I know I never tell you this out loud, but I do love you, and I appreciate everything that you've done for Mom and for the rest of it, for Dad as well. And I do want to apologize already if I start crying like a big baby. It's because I'm a big baby, so bear with me if it gets silent for a little bit. But yeah, she was at a skilled nursing facility, and me and my dad would go visit her at least once a week, sometimes twice, depending on the situation and what we had going on. And I remember one day walking in there, she was asleep, and my dad obviously comes in a little bit behind me because he's a little bit slower. Back, then he would use his walker and he would walk. He didn't have the little car yet. So I get into the room, she's asleep, and I thought, maybe I'll just let her sleep, leave her alone for a little bit. So I did. I just sat there and I watched her, and I thought about a bunch of different things. And she had already been there for over a month, doing some physical therapy and just there. And I don't know where my dad went, so now I'm just kind of looking around for him. And so I went, and the light was off in the room, and I went and I turned on the light. I clicked it on, and she woke up, and she stared at me, and I said, "Hey, Mom, good morning, how are you?" And she straight looked at me and said, "Mijo, I want to go home." She goes, "I can't do this anymore. I want to go home." I said, "Yeah, Mom, I know. That's why we got you here, so you can get your strength back and you can start walking again, and then, we can help you there at the house." And she looked at me in the eyes and she said, "No." She goes, "You don't understand." She says, "I want to go home." You have no idea how much that killed me inside. Obviously, because I'm human and I'm selfish, I want my mom here forever. But knowing the situation and seeing what she would go through every day was rough. Every day she would go through something. It was either, if it wasn't her arm, it was her legs. If it wasn't her legs, it was her chest. If it wasn't this, one thing right after another. And I understand that she was suffering a lot. It killed me knowing that I couldn't do anything about it. But when she said that, it just hit me hard. And I asked her, I said, "Mom, do you understand what you're asking us to do?" And she said, "Yeah, I do." And I said, "Okay, if that's what you want, Mom." So we stayed there with her for a little bit, just me and my dad. And when we left, I called my oldest brother, and I told him, I says, "Hey, dude, this is what Mom says, and to be completely honest with you," I told him, I think it's the best thing. As much as it hurts to say, but it really was. And for those of you who know my oldest brother, he's a recluse. He's very to himself. His favorite phrase is, "I don't care." So, not that he said that when I told him that, but he said, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah, Rock." He says, "You're right." He goes, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, that'll be the best thing." So we started making some phone calls, and we had already started planning her funeral and stuff because, I mean, let's be honest, she wasn't going to last very much longer. We just didn't know it was going to be this quick. So we got home, we started making some phone calls. I called my sisters and my other brother and let them know what was going on. And it was very hard. Very hard. That same day that she told me that, when I got home, after I got done making phone calls, I received a phone call from the skilled nursing facility saying, Mr. Garza, you know, we're sending your mother to the hospital on an ambulance because her blood pressure dropped and her heart rate is racing. And for those of you who know anything about medical conditions, that's not good. And so I knew I should have brought some Kleenex. Sorry about those weird noises. And so I immediately called my brother again and I said, hey dude, this is gonna happen a lot faster than we thought because they're taking her to the hospital and it's not looking very good. So I sent him to the hospital to go make sure, you know, to go check on her and stuff. And he recalls when he told me what he recalled was that they were in the hospital room. The doctor came in and started saying, you know, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start an IV drip. We're going to start medications here and there and this and that and the other. And my mom straight stopped him and said, doctor, no. She said, nope. She goes, I want to go. She goes, I'm done. I don't want any of that. And again, the doctor confirmed with her, Ms. Garza, you know that this is what's going to happen if you do this. And she said, yep. And he said, okay, so you just want us to make it as comfortable as possible. She said, yes, sir. So that's what they did. They stopped all medication. They stopped the dialysis. She ended up in the ICU that same night. We all went over there, all the family, the grandchildren, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and a lot of people from the church. Our pastors were there, and my pastor, Sister Pilar, she tells the story that as soon as she saw her, my mom opened her eyes and looked at her and she said, Pili, I love you. So we were all there around her. We were singing songs, just praising God for the time that He gave us with her. I know some of you won't understand that, but that's what we believe. It's what we were taught. And I think it took 1, maybe 2 days after that, and she was gone. I remember my brother calling me and saying, Rock, Mom's not here anymore. And the first thing that I did was I went straight to my room. If you've never lost anybody, you might not know the feeling. I know I didn't. At one point, people were dying left and right, and I was like, well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you're feeling. But when it happens to you firsthand, it's a different animal. Mind you, we had just lost my brother 6 months before. So we all kind of knew what to expect. It still doesn't make it any easier. Man, I'm telling you right now, if you still have your mom and your dad, cherish them as much as you can right now while they're here, while they're alive. Because once they're gone, that's it. You go to their gravesite, you tell them, you cry and you say, Mom, I love you, Mom. She's not there. If anybody out there right now has a broken relationship with your parents, guys, do everything you can to mend it. The funeral was really nice. A lot of people showed up. Family from all over the country, from Washington, Texas. I didn't mean for this vlog to turn into some kind of melancholic story time, but that's where it took me. I guess the moral of the story, or at least what hope you guys get out of this, is to cherish your parents while they're here. Take care of them as much as you can. Be there for them. Just be there for them. That's all I can tell you. I know some people are busy, your life, your work, your own family. Somebody else will do it. Somebody else is there. That's cool and all, and they are being taken care of. But just remember that those parents, your parents, took care of you when you needed it. And now that they need it, it's our turn. It's our turn. I still don't see my dad. I hope he went home. I didn't bring my other phone to call him. But anyway, I'll figure it out. Oh, shirt of the day. Let me get up and show you guys. Today's shirt of the day is Journey. Oh no, this is Def Leppard, sorry. Wrong one, wrong band. My gimbal went AWOL again. But we're back. I was talking about my shirt of the day, Def Leppard. Pour some sugar on me. 80s kids, man, we remember that. All you guys do, I'm sure you guys do. Back in the hair metal band, anyway, whatever, something like that. I grew up listening to that kind of music because my older brothers, I have 3 older brothers. They would listen to that all the time. You know, Boston, Journey, Def Leppard, Ozzy, Rush. Shout out to my favorite cousin, Erube. None of you are gonna understand it except for Erube. It's just a little bit that he and I have got. But yeah, he's a big Rush fan. I think he's gone to see them multiple times. He's even taken his kids, and he's got his kids into it. The kids have no knowledge of Rush at all. They obviously had never heard of him until Erube showed them, and they fell in love. I've seen pictures of them at the concerts, and they're going for broke, man. But that's something else. Tell you what, I would love to see Rush. It's too bad Neil Peart ain't here anymore. But Annika, I hear, does a pretty good job. Annika Niles, she's the new drummer for Rush. But anyway, shirt of the day today is Def Leppard. Comment down below. Tell me who your favorite band is. It doesn't have to be a classic rock band. It could be anybody. Whatever band now. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a band. It could be a single person, a one-man artist, whatever, one-girl artist. Doesn't matter. Just let me know. It'd be interesting to read your guys' comments and see who's popular right now. Who is it? But yeah, so today's vlog took a little bit of a melancholic turn, but I think it was good. I think sometimes we need to talk about those kinds of things. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, I remembered from last vlog when I told you, I don't remember what I was going to say, but I do remember now. I'm the kind of person who loves to spend time alone. I don't have a problem. I don't have any problem at all being by myself. I mean, obviously, there's nobody here. I had my dad, but because I just want to take him out, and he needs to get out every now and then too. So, but yeah, there's times where I'll be sitting in the living room all by myself, no TV, no nothing, just me sitting there enjoying the silence. When I used to work, I was in radio for forever, over 30 years, I think. Right out of high school, I started working at an AM station just on the weekends, and then it escalated from there. And so my main work, or my main job at the radio station, I used to work for American General Media, which is a radio group here in Bakersfield. They have, I think, 6 or 7 stations now. Back then, I think there was only 5, maybe 6 at the most. But anyway, my job was a production manager. I produced and created commercials. As a matter of fact, some of my commercials are still being played to this day on some of the stations here locally. And it's pretty cool because every now and then you get somebody calling, "Hey, was that you on the so-and-so commercial?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." I remember when I first started, I was walking through Vons one day doing some shopping, grabbing stuff, and yeah, I said Vons. There aren't too many of those anymore. I'm dating myself again. And they would, Vons at least the Vons in Bakersfield would always play one of our stations, which was 101.5 KGFM. It was kind of an adult contemporary, radio station, and they were playing KGFM on the loudspeakers, and all of a sudden they went to commercial break, and it was one of my commercials. And I'm walking down the aisle and I'm thinking, man, all these people in here are oblivious to know that that's me on the radio. In my head, I'm walking around going, "Hey, like, hey, that's me. Yeah, hey, yeah, that's me." Anyway, I just thought it was funny. I'm telling you guys, I love being behind the scenes, but every now and then the people need to get their flowers. But yeah, so I when I used to do production, I would have to listen to 2 or 3 different things at the same time. I'd have to be listening to the commercial over here, and I'd have to be listening to when the guest was needed to go back on. So I had one ear over here on the commercials, one ear listening to the radio host, and another ear talking to the person who's in there talking to me. So it was very chaotic sometimes, but I loved it. I'm not complaining at all. I wish I could go back right now. If one of the radio stations were to call me right now and say, "Hey, we want you to come back and do some production work," I'm there in a heartbeat. But unfortunately right now I can't. So anyway, so the quiet to me is very therapeutic. I just love sitting there in the quiet. Going to movies by myself, no problem, none whatsoever. Going to have dinner, I can do it anytime and anywhere. I was talking with a friend last night, and she said, "Oh man, that's crazy, te vas a volver loco." And I'm like, "No, not me. It's very therapeutic. Just like fire is very therapeutic to me too. I love sitting around a campfire or a fire outside or anything during the wintertime and just relax, just me and my thoughts. That's just how I am. But again, I'm very different. Yeah, sí, soy bien raro." Again, another inside joke. I do a lot of inside jokes. You guys probably won't understand most of them, but anyway, I digress. I know I say that a lot too. I watch a lot of different content creators, and there's one, her name is, I don't know her real name, but they call her Zumi, I think it is. She's a Pokemon creator, and she's always saying, of course, and I just think it's funny. So I want to try to get one of those phrases. I think I'm going to use "I digress." Anyway, I digress. Today was a good day. It's just starting. I'm going to go home, probably fix some breakfast for myself and my dad, and then just go about my business, do what we got to do. But anyway, I want to thank you guys again for coming along. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys comment down below, like the video, Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And we'll catch you on the next one. Remember, there's strength in numbers, but there's hope in one. Peace.